What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today is January the 23rd. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, go over some hot movers and what big money is focusing on today. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. Starting off with data, we do have some stuff coming out right after the bell. A lot of flash data. So we have composite manufacturing services. Anything above 50 shows more of a expansion. Anything below 50 shows more of a contraction. But in this case, a lot of people are going to be comparing it to the previous. And luckily enough, over the last couple of trading days, the market's actually taken positive data as positive and negative data as negative. So none of that inverse type of crap anymore, which is a positive. So again, something just to kind of keep in mind. So composite forecast is 52.8, manufacturing 52, and services 52.3. We also do have Michigan consumer sentiment coming out right after the bell as well. So that most likely is going to be what really moves the broader market. Aside from that, there's not really too much speculative stuff. We see the markets going down a little bit. So Dow is down 0.38, S&P down 0.12, NASDAQ down 0.12. There is some geopolitical type of stuff happening. So Trump's really still talking about Greenland, kind of withdrawing Canada kind of invitations to big events. So that's, of course, not the greatest. One thing as well the market is digesting is Intel's earnings, which wasn't the greatest as well. So I'm going to go over that in a second. But currently, fear and greed index is under the neutral category, meaning people's appetite for risk is kind of on the table. Getting right to it, SOFI is down slightly. During the overnight trading, things were hot like crazy, including SOFI, so it was like up significantly, but right now it's just at the mercy of the broader market. Shorts are returning about 356,000 shares, 9.28% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 115 million shares overall are being shorted. So definitely good to see that shorts are returning. If we somehow analyze this based on what's been happening during the pre-markets, definitely might signal that shorts will continue to return throughout the trading day, and possibly as well big money might be buying. So let me know your thoughts on that. Some key levels to watch for today though, with at 26.05. It is trading between this pivot and this S1, so 26.46 is going to be the next strong target, and I believe it was actually testing that during the overnight trading. 25.92 is going to be the next strong support, so kind of just watch for those. If this 92 does fail to hold, then anticipate 25.59 to be somewhat next. Moving on, NIO. They are down slightly, so kind of breaking their 3-day trend so far. It's not down and out, it's only down 1 cent, so nothing really to panic over, but nothing really crazy coming out associated to NIO. Shorts are returning 573,000 shares, which similarly is very positive, if you ask me. 8.15% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 166 million shares overall are being shorted. Right now with it at 476, it is trading right above this pivot point, so 474 is going to be that key point to watch for today. 490, I feel like is off the table. Similarly, 458. So the big thing for today is just if it can actually stay above that 474 and ultimately continue its good trend higher, or break below that. So might consolidate a little bit more. So just kind of watch for those. Moving on, Intel. So Intel is down 12.74% roughly, and that's because of their earnings. So they did kind of miss on their earnings. They did beat by 282 mil for their revenue, which is a positive, but ultimately this is the negatives that is causing it to go down. So feel free to pause it and go through it and so forth, but that's why it's going down. Plus, if you kind of think about it, going back over here, it's gone up a considerable amount in the short term, and some people might feel like this is unjustified whatsoever. So again, it could be just more of a readjustment behind the scenes. Shorts are returning 142,000 shares, which is always optimistic. 2.8% of the free float is being shorted, works to be 139.17 million shares overall being shorted. Right now with it at 47.40, trading between this R1 and the pivot, so 47.07 is going to be that key pivot. Most likely, you could see a little bit of a recovery to that 49.56, so making it for a pretty good day trade. But moral of the story, you really want to watch for that 47.07. Moving on, ticker is BGL. There really hasn't been that much in news, just piggybacking off of yesterday's fairly bullish run, which went on a 103% run, which was phenomenal, but that is continuing on today, which is always a good sign. One thing that usually kills companies like this is just the management diluting. So kind of just waiting for some level of news for that to happen, potentially, of course, because right now the market cap is sitting at 147 and they don't really have that much cash right now, but not heavily shorted. So short term doing anything. 0.32% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 44,000 shares overall being shorted. Cost to borrow average is kind of on the high end, so sitting at 232%. That's an annual rate, not a daily rate. So this will be a good one to day trade and swing trade with it right now at 566. Trading between this R3 and this R2, 486 and 606 is going to be the next strong support as well as target. So kind of just watch for those. Moving on, and last but not least, ticker is MOVE. So this one is up 161% because of this right here. So Corvex secures long-term NVIDIA H200 GPU deployment with AI-driven provider of high-performance battery technologies to support production AI workloads. So pretty good stuff for that. Very low market cap, mind you, so 5.8 million. So they could have put out almost any news. I'm sure this would cause a spike, and you can kind of see that as well in the past. Every time they probably put out some news, it just causes a temporary spike. Pretty good run. So that is what is happening this time around. So just be cautious, of course, because you never know. This could go up back to where it was previous highs, but if history repeats itself, this is just going to be a one-day type of pump, unfortunately. Nonetheless, shorts are increasing about 1,000 shares. Nothing too significant. 3.74% of the free float is being shorted. Works to be 25,000 shares overall being shorted. So I don't anticipate shorts to be doing like that much today. Cost to borrow on the side note is 450%. So again, kind of high on that. But right now with it at 18 and change, it is above all the key fib levels. Moving over to the classic 1927. That's going to be the next strong target / resistance. Let me know your thoughts on these stocks. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Hopefully everyone has a good day. And with all that, appreciate all of you watching.